Any affiliate managers are listening to us, I really hope they're paying attention to this.
It's never one size fits all. If you
Mhm.
are lacking on some stuff, naturally the other brand will be prioritized over you. In UK market, it became more challenging in several ways. If we don't have as affiliates what we need,
Today, we're breaking down what truly makes a great partnership between affiliates and brands beyond just commissions and contracts. Our guest, Simona, lives and breathes partnerships. She works for very well known PPC affiliate, managing deals and relationships daily. She knows what affiliates need, what makes them stay, and most importantly, what makes them trust a brand. If you are an affiliate manager or working in partnerships, there is so much to take away from this conversation. But what's even more interesting is Simona's own career journey. She started in this industry with zero experience, took a leap, learned everything from the ground up, and now she's leading partnerships in one of the most competitive spaces. So I really hope you will enjoy this episode and you will find some value for yourself. Welcome, Simona. I'm so happy to have you here today. And before we begin, I would like to start with the story how Simona and I got to know each other. She was working as an affiliate, she still is. And I was one of their clients. And what started as a business deal, it actually turned out to be a very beautiful friendship, if I could say that.
yes, of course.
And I think that's the beauty of working in partnerships. You get to connect with so many people every day. And many of those relationships get to stay within your life, which happened to us. So I'm
Yes.
just very happy that you're here. And I'm very excited for everyone to hear your story today.
Amazing. I mean, thank you so much for inviting me. As I said previously as well, first of many, and I'm really excited to start this journey with you. So proud of
Yes.
you. And as you said, so we started, as business partners, and just things evolved to where we are now, which is amazing.
100% agree on that. And I know that you didn't plan to work in affiliate marketing or even iGaming, right? It kind
Yeah.
of found you. So, can you take us back to that moment? How did it all happen? How did you end up where you are today?
Of course. So as you said, it kind of found me. So basically, I was living in Malta and I worked in a totally different industry. So I was working for Quicklets, which is a company for letting and sales of properties. And then the irony is that while I live in Malta, I haven't had any touch with the industry, which again is pretty ironic considering all the iGaming
Everyone,
companies.
yes, is working in
Yes,
iGaming who lives in Malta. It's like a
exactly.
rule.
And during COVID, lots of things changed, not for me, for everyone, like the whole world. So we decided to come back home to Macedonia. In Macedonia, my best friend Monica actually told me that there was an opening in the company
Yeah.
and she really thought I would be a good fit. So she recommended me for that role. I did my research a bit. It seemed pretty interesting. And therefore, I decided to apply, even though I had zero experience. Like I had no knowledge about how this industry works, how things operate. Yes, I know around. And then as I applied, and I did the research, everything seemed really interesting to me and, took a leap of faith and I just decided to jump into this new opportunity. And here we are now. I'm in this industry for 4.5 years and counting.
Wow.
And yes,
Amazing.
it's been a really, really good journey so far for me.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I think the irony on what you said, everyone in Malta who live here found this industry and started working in it, but you actually discovered it as soon as you left the island.
Yes,
It kind of
exactly.
found you and said, no, Samana, you left too early. We have to pull you into iGaming.
I think this was a really interesting coincidence and just how things work, It was the
Yeah.
right time maybe for it.
Yeah. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I think the industry is very lucky to have you. I
Oh,
worked with
thank
you,
you.
so I can definitely confirm that. You're an amazing professional. So, yeah, and this is a really nice story how you don't necessarily have to have experience to get started, right?
Exactly.
As you said, you came into your role without the experience in iGaming. But you did grow and you did change and evolved a lot within these 4.5 years. What do you think were some personal qualities or mindsets that really helped you to level up in the industry so quickly? Do you believe that there is something in that?
Again, since I had zero experience in the industry, I had a lot to learn about it. And I believe there is a correlation between your transferable skills and the will to learn and the will to improve as you go. I believe proactiveness and initiative go hand in hand because I've always looked for ways to add value beyond my role. And I was taking some key tasks, ownership of different tasks within the company, and getting involved in multiple areas, not only set with the partners, but also internally, just learning about the industry and how all the teams involved contribute, not only us, the frontliners. And I think this not only expanded my skill set, but also helped me to just evolve from one level to another. I believe that another key factor is relationship driven mindset. Understanding the importance of trust, transparency is what allowed me to build strong partnerships and have partners that I worked since day one and, still going strong and at the end growing with them together. And I think that played a big role in my personal growth. Adaptability is also crucial. As you know, this industry evolves constantly.
Yes, very, very
And I think
quickly.
having the right mindset towards change, like embracing it rather than resisting to it, has been a major advantage. Even like personally in life, when things change, it's important to breathe first and then just understand, don't resist to the change, see what you can do. And that applies to the work as well. See what's happening, why the change happened and what you can learn from it, because it's not necessarily always, bad. And I
Yes.
think a lot of people maybe react negatively towards it.
Mhm.
Just need to embrace change. And lastly, the growth mindset that I have personally has been essential because not everything works the first time. Persistence, viewing the challenges as learning opportunities have, helped me to keep improving and moving forward because, you need to have some of these personal values and mindsets in place, whichever, role you take upon, and just try and see how effectively you can keep growing and learning new things as you go.
I couldn't agree more. I believe anytime someone asks, how can I actually grow in career? How can I adapt? How can I become a manager or grow in your job? What you said, all of these apply so much, particularly for me, from my experience, is the proactiveness. Just people underestimate how important is not to just focus on what you are supposed to do by the job role, but how much value you can actually bring to the company. And also the fear of change. Change is not easy. And it happens so much in affiliate industry. Every single week, I'm having like a little panic attack
Yeah,
because there is so many things happening. And I'm like, we just figured this out. We have to start from beginning,
exactly.
But I feel like that's what separates people that are growing faster rather than others, is just constantly adapting to everything that is happening around you. We just have to deal with it. There is
Yeah, we
no,
have to do with it.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's not like we like it, but there is no other way.
Exactly. But as you said, we just have to deal with it and accept it and just learn from it. There is
Yeah.
no place for panic.
So, Simona, tell us a little bit about what does partnerships lead do in affiliate company? I think a lot of people think about this role, we probably assume that you are just in the meetings from
Mhm.
morning till evening, just talking with different clients. Tell us a little bit about how actually your role looks like.
Yeah, of course. So, my role evolves around a lot around building, nurturing, and optimizing the relationships with, the affiliate partners. And it's about ensuring mutual growth because it's not only about one-sided relationship, it goes both ways. A typical day will start with performance reviewing. What are the numbers we have delivered? Can we identify any trends, opportunities? But
Change,
yeah,
some
but
kind of
also
change is happening suddenly.
areas that need attention. But also behind that, it's also around cross-team collaboration, just discussing internally with my team, whether it's going to be BI or data ops or the creative teams or the channel owners, just to ensure that all the partners' feedback that I have is being addressed, and also how they can support me with maybe new ideas, new opportunities, some brainstorming sessions, that's how we can evolve this partnership, how we can innovate and drive results in this competitive space.
Yeah, I just
And
wanted to say it's very competitive, right? So you
yeah,
have
it's
to think
very.
outside of the box to really deliver the results.
Yeah, and also I think the fun part of this role for me is the discussions, obviously, with the partners, but also seeing them face to face. The conferences are really nice place where we can meet each other. Sometimes it's much better to make progress on some of the stuff and get the point across when you actually sit down face to face and just discuss with them, which ultimately I think drives a lot of success as well at the end for both sides.
I feel like the face to face is one of the big parts. It really brings more value than you would consider, right? It's just a conference. People are
Yeah.
just meeting each other. But at the end of the year, it really, you really see the difference over time.
Obviously, and I think it's important for people to go on conferences again where they see fit. And you cannot go on all conferences if it's not beneficial for
Yes.
you, although people would love.
Yes. Yes. Wouldn't be very good ROI on that, I think.
But I think you also see and learn new trends as well, because there are
Mm.
some interesting panels if you have time, not always because of back-to-back meetings.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But
Every
it's nice.
conference, every conference, I tell myself, this time, for sure, I'm taking a day and I'm just going to listen to different speakers because I actually been in iGaming Next a while
Mhm.
ago. And I remember spending a whole day listening to speakers and it was so valuable and so amazing. I just loved my day. But every single time I actually go to the conference for like business, I never have a chance.
Exactly. I think maybe they should consider of adding an extra day for panels only so people can take actual involvement, as you said.
Yes.
Because I had a chance this year to hear just briefly, because I had meetings like 15-20 minutes
Yeah.
around the importance of the player data between affiliates, operators, and etc. It was very beneficial just from 15-20 minutes, to hear all of these people discussing about it. And you think to yourself, maybe I could learn something new, like look at these topics and panels and etc.
Yes.
But
They're
ultimately I
actually extremely valuable.
always do back to back.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
we'll
know.
learn next conference.
Yes, we need to learn. Usually conference is 3 days, so I feel like you can dedicate one day to just the speakers and personal growth and professional growth.
Yeah, exactly.
Something we need to get better at. Do you feel like the industry changed a lot within this 4.5 years?
For sure. I mean, I can see changes, whether it's how operators have updated their products, their user journey, retention, but also the whole advancements in technology. With AI being here and all the analytics and tracking tools, I think made it easier for us to measure performance, to build data driven strategies, because I think data is really crucial when it comes to the success. I think these tools available to us now empower both brands and affiliates to collaborate more effectively. I think also, if we look back in the UK market, let's say predominantly, it became more challenging in several ways due to regulation changes that raised the bar for compliance and transparency. And although some will say, it's harder to build strong partnerships because of the competition, at the same time, the tools that we have available now make it easier to create these meaningful and long lasting collaborations.
Yes, couldn't agree more. With the tools and technology advancing, we all are getting so many opportunities to do a better job and mostly get more data, right? See some things that we haven't been able to see it before. From your experience, what are some mistakes that brands make when pitching to affiliates?
I strongly believe a generic one size fits all pitch often comes across as insincere or irrelevant, and it just goes both ways. So, the same way we pitch to operators and operators pitch to us, it's not only one sided. And I think it's over promising and under delivering. Whether it will be unrealistic commission rates or a lack of timely payments, inadequate support after onboarding. I think this trumbles the trust quickly.
Mhm.
And from my perspective, it's all about the long term value of the partnership. Affiliates want to know just what's it in for them as well, and
Of
how the
course.
collaboration will grow and evolve to mutually benefit both sides over time. And I think a successful pitch should focus on demonstrating clear understanding on how both parties can win. Because sometimes, if either the affiliate or operator focuses only on them, it's going to be a really short partnership. It can burn bridges very fast, and you lose this opportunity that these affiliates for you or the operator for the affiliate can become a really good partner.
I actually got this advice a while ago and I applied to everything I ever done professionally, that as an account manager or a partnerships manager, no matter which side you are sitting on, you should feel like you are working for your company, but you are also working for your partner's company.
Yeah.
If you start putting that mindset behind everything you do, it really changes the perspective. Both sides have to walk away with something, right? Otherwise, it's gonna fail.
So it's never one size fits all. Never.
I agree. And if you could give some piece of advice for brands that are building relationships with affiliates.
I think my one piece of advice would be, again, to prioritize transparency, consistent communication. I think trust is built when affiliates feel like true partners. If you be upfront about goals, the commission structures, changes to policies, regular check-ins to discuss performance, that's a true demonstration that you value these partnerships. I think us affiliates thrive when we feel informed, appreciated. And I think that level of care translates into long-term loyalty and success for both parties ultimately. If you don't communicate regularly with the partners, and if you're not available when they need something from you, and you only become available when you need something from them, it cannot evolve into a true partnership and long-lasting one.
Yeah. If any affiliate managers are listening to us, I really hope they're paying attention to this part,
I really
because
hope.
this is really, it's really, really important. We all know that partnerships are important and that there is that human on the other side of the screen, but not everyone really takes that approach. You worked with a lot of brands within these
Yeah.
4.5 years. A
A lot
lot.
of brands.
Yes. What separates a good brand from a great one?
It will boil down to a few factors. One will be data-driven decisions. If we don't have the data visibility day to day, if we don't have as affiliates what we need, we won't be able to make data-driven decisions, and ultimately we won't be able to scale this partnership further with the partner. Again, we go back to communication and transparency, but it's really important. I think also shared vision and goals. And mutual investment in growth. And
Yeah.
it's just important that all of these things are aligned. And it takes time, obviously. Things takes time. You cannot, trust takes time to build, transparency as well. But if you start on that note, and if you are open with the partner on what you share from a data perspective, in some instances, maybe, prioritization will be made based on that. If you are lacking on some stuff, it's just naturally that the other brand will
Yes.
be prioritized over you because you are just a good brand at the end of the
So,
business.
from what I'm hearing, is quite simple for all the brand owners and affiliate managers. You have to clarify your goals and just make sure you're communicating that. Be a good communicator, 100%, be transparent. And what I really liked what you mentioned, the first one is actually providing enough data. This is something I feel like a lot of brands still do not value and do not understand how crucial is that affiliate has all the data that they need to make certain decisions, right?
For sure.
And that often comes into what? Affiliate softwares. What is it for you? Just having enough reports when you talk about
Yeah,
data?
the data visibility there need to be consistent and have the metrics that we need in order to be able to make those informed data driven decisions and be timely, because you will have in instances where there will be some data delays, and if data delays are not fixed within 24 hours, you just lose the momentum of a brand that it's converting very well and you're going blind. And I do believe it's the same when it comes to affiliates. Affiliate need to be open with the operators as well on what are share their goals as well, where they see this partnership. And if they don't share it, they won't know if actually that operator has that budget capacity. So I think it's both sided where things just need to be open.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So now I'm going to try and pull something a bit more spicy out of you. So let's say we got those brands that are good communicators, provide proper data to you, they are clear about their goals. So everything seems to be perfect on the paper. How do you still, if you have to choose from two identical brands, is there anything hidden, anything that would make you lean from one brand to another? Anything that affiliate managers can do to pursue your decision?
I think from my perspective, brand conversion will be a major one. And I think a lot of affiliates will agree with this, that regardless of having maybe identical commission, if a brand isn't converting, it's meaningless. It's just, as
Yes.
we want to say sometimes,
The revenue is still lower than
yeah,
at the end of the day, right?
monopoly money. Just
Yes.
not there. Data accuracy, again, it's what will make one brand be chosen over another. Payment frequencies, I think, are also critical, because when it comes to data, those frequent data delays, again, make it difficult to get to those timely decisions in optimize performance, and late payments can lower a brand's priority. Having that responsive and proactive affiliate manager or team, it's what makes all the difference. And I think when you have brands and affiliate managers that have effective solutions, I think foster strong and successful partnerships at the end of the day.
That's really true. Once you are an established affiliate like yourself, it becomes very easy to work with your trusted brands. Am I right? I feel like that happens both in SEO and PPC. Once you have those established partners, they're delivering great results. You don't necessarily even have to try new things when it's not needed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a new brand in this industry and you're really just trying to push your way through, and I've been there, so I know it's tough.
Yeah.
Do you have any maybe examples, some success stories of a smaller brand managing to outperform the bigger ones? Or maybe just some advice to smaller brands?
Yeah, I think certainly there has been times when smaller brands and lesser known brands will outperform the big operators. But I do believe what separates them is the longevity. That's very important. It's not, only around starting a new brand. It's about thinking in the long run, what you're going to
Okay.
do and the longevity of this brand. My advice for smaller brands will be to find that unique selling points, identify what gaps they can fill. I think personalized marketing, CRM is also very important. And also, we go back to one size fits all. I think here as well, they don't need to do that. They can be more focused on specific audience rather than trying to appeal to everyone.
It makes sense. I often hear, because I work with so many brands on daily basis, when you're a new brand, it's even hard to get in touch with someone. Let's just take an example of you, Simona. I'm sure you're so busy. Every single day you get millions of messages. What would make you answer a new brand?
First, I think what would make me answer if they did the research properly, the same way we do the research properly. So, for example, if they look at, what services we offer, which markets, and most of them
Not
don't.
just shooting in the dark and saying, oh, hi, I want traffic and so I take it worldwide, or something like that.
Yes, exactly. So if they,
Yes.
be more specific,
Yeah.
if their brands offers what we can give it, to them back, is what will certainly start the conversation going. But again, just be polite. Being polite is, you can always say hi. Sometimes, when we have a lot of work with, because we don't work with only a few partners, it's just the effort that they don't put into, like they haven't looked at your company at all or what services you provide. And again, it's not genuine, and it's just, it's nothing relevant will come out of this. So I think they
Yes.
really need to, the same way we do the research on the
Do
brands,
your research, yes, and be polite. I love that advice. Just be polite, just be human. Like,
just be
that's
human.
all.
As you said, this is another human on the other
Yeah.
side. Like, it's
Yes,
really
couldn't
simple. Do
agree
your
more.
proper research.
Yes. Let me ask you one more question in regards to brands. Has it ever happened to you that you worked with a brand that seems perfect on paper. It seems like it has everything to deliver the results, but for some reason it failed to deliver. Can you tell me a bit more about these type of situations?
I think absolutely this happens, and it's a key learning experience. Whenever you work with a new brand, thorough testing is crucial. So let's say we start with the brand, we test it, we assess exactly what in the conversion funnel is failing, and work on improving that metric with the partner, because you won't always have successful partnerships from the start. And it's really important to narrow it down to a specific issue. So what is it in that conversion funnel that it's failing, and how we can work together with the partner to try to improve it. Offer the solutions, test new offers. I think multiple offers from a partner is crucial to have, because not all affiliates are the same, and what's working for one affiliate necessarily doesn't mean to work for another affiliate. So having more offers available, more landing pages, what else we can do from our end to try and push and improve the conversion. And I think by identifying these specific issues, there's always a path to turn things around and achieve desired results. It's about giving it a chance. It's not about starting now, deliver something and say it's not working, and
Yes.
that's it.
I feel like it's so common, right? I see that all the time. Someone just tests it out and like, oh no, it didn't work. But there is things you can do. And what you mentioned, again, bonuses, landing pages, these are seem to be small things, but they do matter. Sometimes I remember even working with you guys and working with many other affiliates that is the most unexpected thing that will turn things around. You
Exactly.
don't always know what's going to trigger better conversions.
Yeah, so that's why you just need to push through it. You need to communicate with the partner and see what you can do together. Obviously, after, if it's not working, it's not working, but you gave your best and you tried to change things and you try to evolve and you try to offer them solutions. And in the same time, they need to be open to those, solutions that you offer to them, and look internally what they can change in order to have better results with the partner.
I love that. What's one lesson from your career that you wish you learned sooner?
I think some things come with experience. Sometimes, if things look like they're too good to be true, they actually are.
Yes, that's so true.
And I think that's a lesson I would rather have to learn sooner than later.
Rather than later, yes.
When you will see some numbers and you're gonna be, wow, this is off the roof, and then eventually you learn it's not a true reflection. Something happened, duplicated data or something like that, and you got your hopes up. And people need to give themselves time, to learn and just learn from every affiliate something else. Take all the feedback that they can. But I think that's like my number one thing. If things are too good to be
Too
true.
good to be true. Love it. I never thought about it myself from that perspective, but it's so true. And Simona, what does success mean to you today?
From my perspective, this comes with experience as well. So I will correlate some of the stuff when I joined. When I joined this industry with zero experience, and as I learned throughout the industry and the business itself, success for me back then was just bringing in new deals. I was very excited about closing new deals. We had a bell in the office. Yeah,
Love
and every
it.
time a new
Yes.
deal, you're going to ring the bell, and that gets you
Yes,
excited and you feel the success behind your
of
day-to-day
course.
work. But I think with experience, looking back to the beginning and looking back now, where I
Hmm.
am, success is not only about bringing those deals, it's about what comes out of those deals and learning from the challenges and overcome them. Maybe you will have a perfect deal on paper and you'll be very happy. And it's just a deal on paper. If it doesn't add any value to any of the business, it's not a true success until the very end. And
Yes.
that's what success means work wise. And then another part of the success for me would be the growth and how much I learned.
Hmm.
and I really enjoy. I enjoy working with affiliates. I really enjoy delving into data and just seeing, the trends. And still to this day, whenever we onboard a new partner or we start something new, whenever I see those numbers coming in, I'm getting excited. It's
Yes.
genuine excitement. And now, since as a partnership lead, as I'm managing someone as well, their
Mm-hmm.
success is something I'm
It's your
happy
success
about.
as well.
it's
Yes.
it's really, I'm happy about when I see, they do well, and when you support them and you just see that the job is done and they get genuinely happy, is another success. People
Mm-hmm.
need to share about successes, the wins. No matter how
Yeah.
small the win is, a win is.
Exactly. And you have to celebrate that. It's important to celebrate that. And if you actually reflect back, I love how you started, what success meant to you back then and how it changes. I feel like it's important. This year was the first year that I done a reflection from the past year. And I felt like so many incredible things came out of it. It's amazing how we change and adapt. I also really agree. Something that I learned that not every sale is a good sale.
Yes.
It's definitely not. A sale can actually be bad for business. It can hurt you. So
Yes.
it's important to focus on that outcome after the sales, right? What comes out of it. And couldn't agree more in regards to having a team and celebrating that success with the team, which is no longer personalized to you. When you're a sales manager, I know your background is sales even before the iGaming,
Yeah.
right? And you're always so focused on the wins of how much you delivered on those
Yeah.
metrics. It's such a big part of your job. And I feel like it's very nice when you start seeing that, okay, we can celebrate more things apart of the countless deals.
Exactly. And I think it just gets you motivated
Yes,
beyond in seeing others people's success, and people that you support day to day, and just celebrating those wins and saying well done, keep it going, is what gets you going at the end of the day.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Simona. It was incredible to hear your journey in this industry. I feel like there is crazy amount of value in this conversation for every single affiliate manager and affiliates as well. There is so much they can take out of this conversation and how you can actually grow from no experience to a very experienced partnerships lead within the affiliate industry as well. So thank you so much. It was awesome talking to you today.
Well, thank you again. I mean, I really enjoyed having this conversation with you. As you know, things for us are so natural. Whenever we see each other passing by on a conference, saying hello,
Yes,
spending 5 to 10 minutes when we have a chance. And I think the topics that we went through, I genuinely hope, as you said, people who will, listen to us will just take away some things and maybe get them involved in their day to day and find their own ways of success and building partnerships.